Oh, YouTube, what did we do to deserve this from you? Again and again. Hello and welcome back to the channel and Vlogmas. Today I want to talk about an issue that has been coming up as of recently regarding captions. As you may or may not have noticed, if you are a caption user like me, if you're deaf, got APD, whatever, we're having a problem with captions. I actually noticed this myself before anybody else brought it up. About a week ago, a couple days ago, I would turn on the captions of a video, whether it have actual manual captions or auto captions. Admittedly, I have started using auto captions mostly on like planner videos just in hopes I might be able to understand some of what's going on. But yeah, however, I noticed that they don't work. Obviously, automatic captions, aka craptions, don't really work because they're captions, but what I mean is when you click on the button at all, it doesn't show up. And I noticed that I had to refresh the video a couple of times to try to get the button to work. And honestly, I don't know what that is. I noticed more people on Twitter were bringing it up, and then when I made a tweet about it, people started to reply to my tweet. And then I also had somebody, a friend of mine, message me on Facebook asking if I knew anything about it. And then people on Twitch were bringing it up as well because they didn't know if I knew or not, and they were like, there's a glitch that's going on YouTube, and lo and behold, it's this weird captioning thing. And again, this happens whether you're trying to use the auto captions or manual captions, like say for instance, let me know if you have issues on this video, if you have to use the captions. Even if you don't have to use the captions, can you do me a favor and click on the button and see what happens? And of course, I tried to bring this up to YouTube. When I made my tweet, I tagged the main Twitter and Team YouTube and YouTube creators, but I haven't gotten a reply. And then a couple of days later, or the next day, I quote tweeted it and I, tried to tag them again, I think. No response from YouTube. I wanted to try to report it, but I can't seem to find the report button anymore on the website. And unfortunately, this is not the first time that there have been issues with the captions, whether they're craptions or not. A couple of months ago, and I think this is still actually a problem today, the subtitles, the translations, community contributions have been all messed up. One of my mods on Twitch told me that he was having issues trying to subtitle for people or, caption for other people. Sometimes the option wouldn't show up at all even when it was turned on. I am constantly being told by YouTube that my option for it is not turned on. Every time I turn it on and then I go back, it says that it's turned off. There have been times when I don't get a file for a translation, like say somebody wanted to translate a video in Spanish, and I don't see it until 5 months later, and I don't understand why that is. So this whole time, I could have had somebody from Mexico, for example, watch my video if they didn't really know English, if Spanish was better for obvious reasons, but they wouldn't be able to watch the video because apparently this translation file never shows up in my little, area that tells me, hey, you have these captions or subtitles. Feel free to place them, right? YouTube, what is going on? You have this fantastic accessibility tool that we can't use because either A, it's bugged, or B, it's completely missing. And now people who can't even use the automatic captions as a last resort can't even use those because for some reason you won't let us turn it on. Hopefully YouTube will see this video. If you could, please share this, tag them on Twitter and, wherever else. I would hope that the more people that bring attention to this issue that help me. I just think that if the big voices brought this up, then maybe YouTube would pay attention because it just sucks that people can't get the accessibility that they need. I mean, years ago, it was absolutely awful and it was difficult to get accessibility then. And now that it's a little bit better, not great, but just something was given to us, now that's being taken away. I just wanted to bring attention to that issue so that way people know that they're not just, going bonkers or whatever. It is a real issue. It's a glitch. It's something, and it's happening to me and everybody else. And hopefully they'll get the message eventually and fix it, because I can't find a report button. And even then, I'm not sure if those are. I'm not even sure if they look at those, to be honest. So YouTube, please see this or a tweet or anything, and please fix it as soon as possible. Hashtag no more captions. This cannot keep happening, and please fix the community contribution translation issue that's been going on too. Please, 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 please. Also, speaking of translations, if you have been interested in translating any YouTubers' videos, I am someone who could use the help if you so wish to. There's a bunch of videos that have or don't have a bunch of languages, and if you're German, if you speak German, I've made it a little bit easier for you to begin with right now, because I have a whole playlist called videos that need German subtitles that I'll link here, but really I'm looking for any language possible. And hopefully, the file will go through in time and not 6 months from now. So yeah, again, let me know in the comments if you're having any issues getting the captions on this video, whether it's automatic or not, although I unpublished the automatic one, so still. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate if you share this video. But before you go, if you haven't, consider being a pledge on a Patreon. It's a great way to support your favorite creators' content. From me, you get perks like music playlists, written pieces you won't see anywhere else. And if you pledge high enough, pen pal letters. And I will see you later. Bye.